know the this thing.
Politics. Gospel. And let them have the kingdom of God is moving people.
Drop temperature.
Also, no wife. Yeah. Too loud.
For the second time in a row, England is in the final of the Euros tournament. They qualified by beating Netherlands by 2-1. Watkins scored that goal in the 92nd minute to take England to the finals. Welcome to Vote Sports. I am Godwin, and I'm here with the guys to analyze all that happened in that game, to analyze exactly what England did right and what England did wrong, or what Netherlands did wrong. Good morning, Nonso. How are you?
I'm excited, man.
How are you, John?
I'm good, man.
I'm fine.
Okay, guys, remember we are live. We are live now. As I'm talking to you now, we are live on YouTube. Our handle is at Vote FM Sports. At Vote FM Sports. Go there, join the conversation, drop your comments. I'm going to be reading all your comments here live in the studio. Remember, our handle is at Vote FM Sports. Okay, guys, now England versus Netherlands, and everyone is excited. Everybody predicted England to win. First of all, I have to give kudos to this caller that keep calling us almost every time, telling us we should
calm down for Southgate.
Southgate
is doing a good job.
Yeah, he's been doing well.
I still have a personal beef with him though.
Okay. Now let's start with you now. So that game, it was not expected. Even though everybody wanted England to win, because all of us, they have one or two players that we support that is playing for the English national team.
Okay.
Now, but the highlight of it for him, he introduced Watkins in that game, because normally he introduces Tony.
It was
for
Tony.
the first time he introduced this guy and he scored. So generally, so how do you see this game? How did
I said it here on the show the other day. Yesterday I said, get me 3 at the back, 6 midfielders and 1 striker, which he went for, and it was fantastic because you saw the 3 at the back. It was McGay was back in the side now, so it was good enough for them. We had John Stones and Kai Walker, 3 at the back, flat, wonderful. Then in front you have the Saka playing his normal position. Then you have 2 players behind the strikers, 2 creative players. Now Foden was playing in his natural bet right. He was playing in his bet right position, which was behind the striker, alongside Jude Bellingham. And you saw them perform wonders in that midfield. You saw, I was looking at somebody the other day talk about Declan Rice and said he's one of these players, workhorses. He called Declan Rice a workhorse. I was going to comment and reply him. I said, no, so hold your steeds, keep your steeds. Then I listened to what he said and I noticed it in the game. Kobe was always dropping deep to take the passes from John Stones and drive it forward. While Rice was always sitting in front of behind the attacking midfielders and just running around that behind them, like as if he was hiding from the pass to meet him, but he was always doing his job, tracking down wherever there's a loose ball to get it back. He and Kobe was just when I was saying I need a better player to partner Kobe in that defensive midfield, this was the perfect combination you see. The Netherlands had nothing coming for them. They didn't know who to meet, attack and collect the ball from, because Kobe was good on the ball. He had 100% of his passes completed, while Declan Rice on the other hand was having 96% of his passes completed. So you say these players were fantastic. The midfield was just top notch, man. I have to give it to them. They were great. They were just great, man.
Okay, John. Now English team, you're happy. Everybody is happy about England. Yeah, I was happy because I have my star boy there, so everyone has to be happy. Okay, John. Southgate now, I think he's going to be sticking with the 3 at the back, because the last 2 games is working out for him. So Southgate now and this English team, they can, last tournament they lost that final on penalty. Now they are going to be playing Spain. Do you think now they can go one better?
Okay, kudos to the England side, kudos to Gareth Southgate, kudos to the entire team. another prophecy gotten right, and
Our prophet.
No prophecy, your guy. No prophecy. It's not prophecy.
You
It was
guys
just
were you
prediction.
guys were waxing lyrical yesterday
I
over
know,
the
I-
Netherlands side.
No,
You
I
were
said.
waxing lyrical
I said
over
if
the
we got
ability to beat England, and it's
The
I'm
only-
happy to see that my people have already changed their minds.
the only
and they are
place
now
I
happy
know,
with
the only place
England.
I know Netherlands have it right is the defense and the attack. The midfield is just flat. So I stated it here on the show yesterday. And I said if you can overwhelm that midfield and pressure more attackers, put more pressure on the defenders, you will get a result. And that was what I said yesterday. And that was what England literally did yesterday in that game. So your prediction, prophecy, and prediction, the same
Straight
thing.
up.
No,
But
it's-
it's working for
Point
him.
blank, when you didn't expect it, when you weren't sure, I was sure. So, but enough about that now. I think England have done well for themselves going into this final. Kudos to everybody. A lot of that pressure fell off his back yesterday. You could see him rejoicing on the pitch, and I just saw the whole performance, and it was fantastic. For me, Southgate has given England some of the best European nights in the last 50 years.
Oh, well.
In the last 50
well,
years.
talk for your age bracket.
I'm telling you, for real, like
I
you can go back, and
Speak-
I'm not
speak-
50,
speak
but
for your age bracket,
you can
because
go back and you can see
but be
it,
charity
like,
them.
You
The-
can talk about this. Just go back, Google it up, and you see
The,
it.
people-
It's
the players that won
fantastic.
the World Cup, Kwano, those ones, but with charity
That
and
was
the rest of
1963.
You said for the
during
last 50 years,
issue
I'm
of
just
the World
quoting you
War,
wrong, man.
whatever. But kudos to them. Now the main thing now is you have a big test ahead of you in the finals.
They are playing Spain.
They are playing Spain, and they are my people.
Okay,
It's
they are your
going to be,
people. Oh, yes.
it's
Spanish
going
side.
to be
Your
a
people-
firecracker.
Versus
our
our people.
Okay.
So
And
it's
I will
going to
dine.
be a firecracker. I can't really predict, right now. I'll need to go back, consult some of the other things, and then come back.
No.
Okay. So, we talk about Southgate and all he has done for England. Kudos to that our caller too. I'm still giving you
For your
kudos
belief.
for your
Yeah.
belief.
You just have a strong belief
It
in
was
politics.
just him and I against you guys.
No.
No, I
No.
suppose that. Even though I told you let them change him, but
I said if your best is not getting you trophy, look for another best. I
okay.
still stand by it though.
Okay, if you look at that formation England played, they are playing Jude and Foden behind
Kane.
Kane.
Kane, yeah.
So my problem now is Kane is not still firing. Do you understand? Their defense okay, Rice and Mayan okay, but what do they need to change Kane in this final? Because Kane is their captain.
Do you know the trick?
Don't so.
You know the trick. Kane does bros. I beg, let me beg
Because
you.
most of the crosses that Shaka was putting in, Kane was no
like
way
it's
found.
crazy.
Bros, let me beg you now. You are a striker. You have 4 people creating chance for you. Sit behind the defender. Sit in between. Don't come back to midfield and join in creating the chance. Now you are not playing for Tottenham Hotspur where they don't have creative minds. You're playing for English national team where you had a Jude Bellingham, a Foden, a Saka, and you're still falling into midfield to create chance. What are you coming back to create chance for, man?
For me now, are we at the place now where we need to bench Harry Kane after the first half and play Watkins?
You
Because
need to make a decision.
Watkins has put in a stellar body meeting it on the other end, and you just ask yourself, is it time to bring him off the starting 11 and put Ollie Watkins or maybe Ivan Toney into the conversation? So
what do you think, Donso? Do you think that Kane should be starting because he is the captain? Because the captain had this privilege.
Someone called yesterday and said you can't bench the captain of the side. Giroud, World Cup player. I would say
But he's not the captain.
Arguably the best player in the France side in 2018. He was on the bench last time. This tournament so far, this Euro 2024, he was on the bench.
Giroud is 36 years old. Kane is just 31 or so. So and he's just the captain. He's the captain. So I'm saying that profile. If you look at this tournament, I don't think he has performed very well. Do you think they should start him, Tony or Watkins?
See, the final is going to be a big game. You need him in the finals, but during the group stage matches, you didn't see him perform. Change him, man. After 45 minutes, bring in somebody else. You saw that happen yesterday. I think it was about the 60th minutes they took him off and they brought in Ollie Watkins. And in less than 10 minutes, Ollie Watkins was on the score sheet because he positioned himself where the ball was always going to. This is something you need. 60 minutes is enough for you to prove yourself on the pitch. Unless the other team is sitting deep to defend you block, and maybe you have a man on you. And throughout yesterday, I think there was Dumfries on him all through the game until he was moved, and Watkins was just moving around. Dumfries kind of ran into midfield to block Harry Kane, and there was a lot of space on that right wing defense side for the Netherlands. There was a lot of space, and nobody was exploiting it. So if they had kept him in, they would have considered England would have considered a goal, and yet he would not score the goal. So I think after 60 minutes, bring him off and put somebody else in.
Do you think it's old age? It's not old.
I don't think it's old age.
Because
It's not
almost 50 goal and assist for Bayern Munich. So it's not like he's out of form.
And in England, he's been the highest goal scorer so far. So I think this time around is like saying, I'll agree with Kylian. The Euros is hard. It's harder than the World Cup.
I beg to differ.
Wait. You know, at this point,
let's not argue that one, please.
At this point, if Harry Kane, that is the highest goal scorer in the world in Bayern Munich this season, cannot get a 5 goals in the Euro 2024, then the World Cup is easy.
No, I don't think
if
so.
If Gakpo that's playing in slow motion, if Gakpo that's playing in slow motion would be the tournament player of the tournament in this Euro 2024, then I agree with Kylian.
No, I don't think so.
Totally
I don't think so.
Look at why it feels as though it is. Let's not forget that when you come to the World Cup, there are several groups, more countries from different locations in the world who are not as developed as Europe. But with the Euros, you have just the core cream de la cream European teams that are already top notch, big players, big names, playing in top competitions.
And yet the Europeans don't have more World Cup competitions.
It's nobody's fault, actually. It's how you come out of your group stages. Sometimes you move into a group with the South Americans, you know how they do. You move into groups with other European teams. Somebody has to take a knock. At the end of the day, the top guys coming out of the group have to face the underperformers in other groups that may be big nations from other sides of the world.
I'm just saying, in this tournament so far, with the way this tournament has spanned out, with the way Euro 2024 has spanned out, I think
for me, look, there's a point I just want to make now. Yeah? If you look at that game yesterday, the game turned around when Ollie Watkins came on. Ollie Watkins came on at the 81st minute. Had it been England that made that sub earlier, brought him in more, we could have seen as more as 2 or 3 goals, because you could
probably see just that one goal. You could probably have seen that one goal.
I would want to see an English side field Ollie Watkins or Ivan Toney up front earlier. You saw that clip from training. You saw Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney is just raring to go. It's just opportunity right now. And of course, if you look at the formation they played yesterday, it satisfied all the nerves in midfield. All the key guys wanted to play, got to play in midfield, but we had that drought up front. So you can't have it both ways. You have to sacrifice somebody so that the team is more attacking.
They sacrificed one defender and added to the midfield. Sacrificed the mid attackers and added them to the midfield. We had 3 defenders, 1 striker, and the rest of the other players, the rest of the 6 or 7 players.
Actually, the person they sacrificed,
the
only person they sacrificed in that team is Asai Saka. Because they had to move him back to wing back, because every other player was playing. All the players, it's same formation.
And he played well.
No, it's same formation, it's same players but different formation.
But he could have had more chances on goal if he was playing his natural position. England could have scored more if he was playing his natural position.
So you now mean taking back to the front and bringing a defender? No, it won't work.
I think the problem with that is he wants to fit in all these players in one team.
That's the thing.
And I think part of his problem is that Foden is English Player of the Year, so he needs to play. And Jude is the Spanish Footballer of the Year, so he needs to play. So he's trying to fit all these star plans. Saka is Kobe is a lucky boy, if you ask me. Injuries helped him
shine in the Premier
League now.
Please don't go there.
For real, it is.
Don't go there. Because there's a fit Amrabat.
Let's not forget that just last season, not this one that just concluded now, the season before, when Manchester United won that trophy, there was a picture that was making the rounds of Kobe under Ten Hag.
Yes, telling him he's the player for next season.
In the youth project at that time, he hadn't broken into the first team side, and he broke in this season, okay? And it came in, it didn't just break in right away, start playing from game 1. It didn't. It was when they had that injury issues, he found a spot to come in, and he put in a good shift.
Bro, I disagree with you.
Kudos to him for that, okay? Kudos to him for that. We also have a second young guy that is brought. The same thing happened this season when they won that cup. Same thing. he's going to be the player to hopefully break into Man U for next season. But the fact is that Kobe is in the national team simply because at the right moment he came in and he did the right job. And
Bro,
everybody,
I disagree with you.
England loved an upcoming story. They loved. He was there when Michael Owens came in through the ranks. He was there when Gerrard did it. He was also there when Lampard did it. So they loved it, and they started fanning the hype of Kobe Mino. And look where he is now, playing in the Euros.
Truthfully, John, he's a good player.
No doubts to whether he's a good player. It's just that he's feeding off the opportunity created by injuries. And
who was injured when he came in?
And secondly, Casemiro is suffering of the opportunity given to Mino as well.
Who was injured when Kobe
because
came
now
in?
they have to move Casemiro, a whole Casemiro of Real Madrid, to centre back so that Mino can play in that position.
Okay,
I'm just saying though.
Okay, let's talk about Netherlands, because they defended well. They played like France, the same thing that France did with Spain. They were defending, trying to hit on the counter, and they have a toothless Memphis there. Even though he got injured,
and a slow motion Gakpo.
You understand?
Come on.
So I don't understand. So where did he get it wrong? Did he get it by playing safe like France, the Coleman? Because I think that I watched that game. They were just trying to defend. When they scored that goal, it became worse because they were trying to defend a one-goal lead. Unfortunately for them, they lost that game. So do you think that Coleman did the right? Is the right person to take them forward? Because they keep rotating coach. They'll sack Coleman today, bring in what's his name that took them to the World Cup?
Van Gaal.
They remove Van Gaal and put. So now, do you think that it was a nice tactics for them to play with England? No, so
they got it all right. I wouldn't say they got it all right.
That's what they have been playing throughout the tournament. They got it all right
because they've been using this same group of players to win games. They've been playing the same crop of players, winning games, narrow escape. But I have a problem when you don't have a creative midfielder. It becomes a problem for the whole squad. Because in that game there was no Frankie De Jong, and someone else could have taken that position in the name of a certain left back that left Chelsea for Aston Villa that was playing for Dortmund last night, Ian Maston. He could have played in that position, maybe in midfield, perhaps overload the midfield. This is the time you look back at Van Gaal and say, see, bros, I want to borrow your formation. Play 3 at the back. Bombard the midfield. Struggle to see when you hold on the ball in the midfield, you get the result you want. I think it was the former Uruguayan coach that said it. He said, when you want to win games, make sure you control the ball. Now he was talking about chess, but he played it in the World Cup and it worked for him in 2018 World Cup. It worked for him till the knockout stages. He played it in the last World Cup as well, and he played it in the former clubs he coached. He said, if you're playing a chess game, control the board, which means you put, and some people say it doesn't work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. If your queen is in the middle of the board, you can control the game. Now that's for chess. Now, if you have a control in midfield, in football, if you have control in midfield, the rest of that game is yours to win. And it's yours to give away.
England overloaded that midfield.
Thank you. So why not you try the same thing? Send Van Dijk to play defensive midfield.
They have some other player in that center half that can fit that role.
Play, and they didn't play this tournament.
Are you going to succeed in this your coaching career?
Look at another option now.
Wait, John, I want to answer him. Am I going to succeed in?
Are you sure? Play Van Dijk from the defense, put him in the defensive midfield.
See, I'll be the world best coach of the world best coach.
Okay, guys, but finally, Coleman. Do you think that Coleman he should stay? For me, they like changing coaches.
He's staying.
He's staying,
definitely.
He should stay.
Okay, guys, remember we are live now. We are live. You are listening to me. We are live now on YouTube. The handle is at Vote FM Sports. We are having a whole lot of comments here, so I'm going to be reading some of the comments here. Oh, okay, I have our first call. Okay, let's take this call before we go to the comments. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Name and location, please.
Yes, Kizito, I called.
England fan.
Remind me what I told you yesterday.
Yes,
I'm calling from Enugu.
Okay, Kizito, go on.
I told you that the English team will get to the final.
We all know. We all agree with you, bros.
And I still tell you again, I am still saying it again. They will give Spain a run for their money.
Okay.
They are the only team that can match the Spanish team in this Euro.
Okay.
Yesterday, you can see they took control of the game entirely because they conceded early. So they lifted their game immediately. It's different from when they did not concede early and they are looking for a way to score, they keep holding the ball, and you think they are not playing well when their opponents are sitting deep. They have this one kind of players. I will tell you that they have one kind of players. It's just few that are different from others. Bukayo Saka and Phil Foden. Other ones are the same. They play the same type of football. They trap and pass. That's their typical English football. Trap, pass, cross, not. That's their typical type of football. But they have only few players that are different from others that are bringing changes to the team. I still don't understand why they disallowed that Bukayo Saka goal, because they didn't show us the replay of the offside track. I was thinking that ball wasn't an offside. But if the AI that have been monitoring the offside say that it's offside, fine. But they didn't show us that one. But they used to show us other ways. But they disallowed that goal that it was an offside. I don't know how you people saw it today, because when I was looking at Kawaka, I didn't see him there on an offside position.
Okay, thank
Well
you.
done, guys.
Thank you for your contribution. Okay.
Before you read the comment, I want to tell you he was offside when the ball was hit. Kyle Walker was offside when they passed the ball, but he dropped deep to receive it. That was why you didn't notice the offside run, because they don't talk about when you receive the pass. They talk about when the ball was hit towards you. So normally he was offside when they hit the ball when they passed the ball to him, he was off. But he ran deep to collect the pass. So when the ball meets him, he was not offside. So people noticed when he was with the ball, but they didn't notice when the pass was hit, and that was where the problem is. That was where people will disagree with the referee. And the referee also, Van Dijk also had an issue with the referee for that penalty so far. So let's say the referee made his errors in that game, but also some of these scores were just top notch.
Okay, remember guys, you can join the conversation here live in the studio. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. 0706 048 5853. And remember, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. So I'm going to be reading some of the comments we have on our channel. Emmanuel Okitibi is saying, congratulations to England. I sincerely hope they don't win the trophy. Okay, waiting England.
My God.
Real Madrid the backup fan be there.
Wealth is saying England, it is coming home. We need to sing that song in this today. I know
please don't jinx it.
No, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it, please.
Emmanuel is also saying, finally, we see that Foden not playing well has been the fault of the manager's formation. Foden was a beauty to behold last night. Okay, we have another caller. Let's take this one. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
Ibrahim from Marina Extension.
Okay, Ibrahim, what's your contribution, Ibrahim?
Yeah, congratulations to England, sir.
Okay.
But that day I predict against France against Spain. I fought. But today I don't know. But good luck to England. I give it to England.
Thank you.
The guy Kopama will take the day.
Okay, thank you for your contribution. Okay, he probably is a Chelsea fan. He likes Kopama. They brought in Kopama and Watkins, and both of them combined to score that winning goal. Okay, Amechi saying good morning, guys. Wealth, England is bringing it home. Chinelo, blessing Chinelo is good morning, guys. And I'm very sad that England qualified for the finals. Chinelo, why? I thought everybody supporting England in this country.
A fan of Van Dijk. Love
Liverpool fans.
Love top people.
Probably, yeah. And he's a fine guy too. So Emmanuel is saying, John, he has been the longest standing manager for a very long time in England. So he should expect performance. He's talking about Southgate. Wealth is saying, bring in Watkins and bench Kane. Well, benching the captain is going to be very tough. Probably man. They'll bring him, they'll start game and play maybe 15 minutes, 16 minutes and give Watkins probably 10 minutes.
If he does the late sub again, it's a problem.
But you do that only when you're in a strong position though, because if that game is going to be as tactical or as tough as it's going to be, you might need him in, maybe he may go to penalties. We never know. Okay,
Emmanuel is also saying the coach should tell Kane to sit up front and be a 9, not a false 9. He is wasting the creativity of Foden, Saka and Jude.
Thank you.
Because he keep dropping. There is this particular phase that Saka was there. He beat his man, probably looked to cross the ball. He had to wait probably 2 seconds for him to cross. He see that Kane was nowhere to be found. I think he's right. Kane should just stay at number 9. I don't know what he's looking for in the midfield. What he's saying, also saying, the Euro and African Cup of Nations is the hardest competition in the countryside. Okay. Then Blessing is saying again, Spain is winning the trophy. Blessing have problem with this English team. Then Flex Complex TV. I stand with you, Mr. John. Okay, let's take this call. We have another caller. Hello, good morning. Okay. Oh, okay. We lost that call. Okay, we have. Remember, guys, the numbers to call again is 0706 048 5853. We are live now on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can join us, drop your comments. We'll be reading the comments live here in the studio. Okay, John, you wanted to...
Like I was saying, if you saw that game yesterday against England, Netherlands at a certain point in time, they had to take out that Daniel Malen and brought in Weghorst.
After the first half.
Them pay back to the wing and put Weghorst, go and sit down there and do something. But it didn't work out. But that's what I want to see.
At that point, who was sending in the crosses? Because the pay was now moved.
Actually got injured at some point and they removed him in the first
So who was now sending in the crosses? They were still sending the passes from the middle, which means Weghorst will have to come back to midfield and play as a 10, which was a problem for him because he did it for Man United in the FA Cup 2023 season. Does not mean he will do it for Netherlands. You understand?
But
These players
if you ask me, that is the role that Harry Kane should be playing, because moving out of that spot puts every other player on that place under pressure. You are coming down the ball, bearing down the flanks. You just have maybe a few seconds to outwit your opposite number, and you send in the cross, and nobody is there.
I'm beginning to feel that probably his coaches are telling him to keep dropping the midfield. Kane.
I disagree.
Coaches don't tell him to drop.
For me, at Spurs, he did it because that's who he is as a leader. He comes back, he helps the general team around him. And it's fine when he was doing it because you have Son up there who can still get the ball, maybe just outside the 18, dribble his way in and create and score. That's why if you look at the records in Spurs now, Son has more records than Kane at
chances created and at shots.
Look at other things. First goal in the new stadium, Son. First hat-trick in the new stadium, Son. Where was Harry Kane during all these things? He was somewhere back, struggling to come back.
Okay, guys, we are going to go on a quick short break. When we come back, remember there's a Copa America semi-final again that was played last night. Then the final is set in the Euros 2024 tournament. It's England versus Spain. It's going to be, I can't wait for Sunday. Is it Sunday, right?
Sunday, yes.
Sunday evening, we have to wait to see who's going to live that up. I'm hoping that it's going to be a very big heartbreak for England if they lose a back-to-back finals.
Yeah.
So let's hope for their sakes, for everybody's sake, let them bring it home this time. We're going to go on a short break. When we come back, we'll talk about Copa America.
Stay plugged into the flow. Follow Volt FM on Facebook at Volt 1043 FM. Let's vibe together.
Volt 104.3 FM.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the show. It's Vote Sports. Remember, we are live now on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. At Vote FM Sports, you can come there, watch us, and drop your comments. And we're going to be reading your comments live here in the studio. And now you can also call us on the number 0706 048 5853. Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Location Enugu.
Okay, what's your contribution, James?
Okay, I'm talking about the Euros. First of all, kudos to Palmer and Watkins.
Oh.
Who changed them.
Okay.
Because if you look at it, you will see that Harry Kane has not doing well in this game. So we need Watkins up front. At least Watkins scored 90 goals at Aston Villa, which is not that much big team. And Palmer, who have even scored 21 goals himself, not playing the full season. So I think England have done so well. So kudos to the whole England and kudos to Palmer and Watkins.
All right, thank you for your contribution. Okay, before we go to the Copa America, we have one more comment here on our YouTube. This one is funny. He said, Wealth is saying, we are neglecting Harry Kane's cause, so we better pray for England.
I said it here on the show yesterday.
We are neglecting Harry Kane's cause, so
I said it here.
Put O in it.
So you should be. I said it here on the show.
Because he has not won any trophy.
No, I said it here on the show yesterday. If you remember, I was telling you yesterday on the show. Are you sure the Harry Kane course is not following the English national team?
Okay, please let's take this call again. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, gentlemen and gentlemen.
Good morning, name and location.
Yes, my name is Ollie Watkins. We make it for bridge.
Oh, okay. What's the contribution?
Congratulations to England.
Okay.
Please, Kopama and Kokurada will play final.
Oh, okay. Yes.
This is versus Kokurada and Kopama to China, not England and Spain again. For Foden, maybe struggling. Notice some people who the entire national team will be struggling to improve. I think that the next
sorry, actually.
Yes, it's a good team they did. So
we can't hear you properly. We can't hear you properly. Can you call back, please? I think it's the network. We can't hear you properly.
It was saying something about Watkins starting that game.
I didn't get
the full.
Actually Foden.
Yeah, he said something about Foden and Palmer to start. Then he said, I think Watkins should start, but we didn't get the story clearly. Yeah. So you should please call back and let us know what you're talking about.
Then we have, before we move to the, okay, I think he's calling. Hello, good morning.
Are you hearing me now?
Okay, I'm hearing you.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that maybe in final, I think we do well in the final.
Okay.
I know he'll be struggling this time, and also Foden is struggling too. But I strongly believe England will leave the cup at the final.
Okay.
Against Spain.
Thank you very much.
They have suffered a lot.
They have suffered a lot.
Sure.
So.
I'm telling you.
All right. Thank you for your contribution. All right. Okay, before we move to the Copa America, let's read one more comment of this England versus Netherlands game. Emmanuel is saying, you can't bench Kane. The highest goal scorer, the captain, near perfect season, and scored far above other strikers in the team. He should just sit as number 9. He has his own profile. The truth is that Kane is a good player for this tournament. Just like
the real Kylian
Mbappe,
that is not standing up.
They are not standing up.
So he's not standing up as well.
He's not standing up.
You never can tell though.
The issue that he's going to start. He is the captain. He has to start.
See, the thing is, we keep. I don't know. This is a case of we keep pressuring strikers about goals, stats, and all of that. We're forgetting the numbers he's putting up. The chances he's creating for one players as well. There's a chance There's also a chance he created for Foden that Foden didn't bury. There's also passes he completed. We are not looking at those stats. We're looking at the goals. Please, bros, we don't want those stats. We want you to score goals for us.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
Roland from Yeovil.
Okay, Roland, what's your contribution, Roland?
Okay, I want to comment about this Harry Kane issue.
Okay.
You know, as a striker, that you score for your club day in, day out doesn't mean you do the same for your country. Because club football is quite different from country football. And secondly, playing in the club, you know, you play with regulars, you train weekly, day in, day out, understand? So the blending and understanding is there. So coming to country football, you know, you call this one from different terrain entirely, this one coming on from different clubs and all these things coming together, and you don't have much time to blend and forge ahead. So what is happening to all these strikers? It happens to Victor Osimhen during the Nations Cup. He wasn't scoring, but you know he was contributing a lot, creating chances for others to score. That's definitely what's happening to Harry Kane and probably Mbappe here. So we shouldn't underrate their performance. They are doing their best. That they are not scoring doesn't mean they are not contributing enough to their country. So that's what I want to say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your contribution. He is right. Sometimes playing for your club is easy because you play week in, week out with these players. Somehow they just understand how you play football. But England, they just have probably 2 weeks. You just do 2 weeks and the tournament starts. So I think he's right. So, but the truth about I'm going to be siding Okitipi here because he said he is the captain, he is the top goal scorer, he is the English top scorer, and he came back from a fantastic, even though he didn't win a trophy. But that course, they should think about it. Probably should sit on the bench. Okay, guys, the Copa America, the other Copa America semi-final was played by 1 a.m. in the night. Okay, before we continue, let's take this call before we talk about Copa America. Hello, good morning. Yeah, good morning. Name and location, please.
It's Marvelous calling from Maryland.
Okay, Marvelous. What is your contribution?
I told you people that anytime that you play Palmer in England team, that guy is a magician. The guy has vision. He's a creative midfielder. He's a creative dollar. No, England is not seeing that guy as a quality player. Look at Yamal. China is giving Yamal a chance to play himself out, but they are not giving Palmer a chance to play himself out. Me, my contribution in this tournament is that England will win Spain in final.
Okay.
Goes to one to assist. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your contribution. Okay, everybody's giving their prediction, but probably on Saturday we'll talk about that game and you'll get your own prediction.
I think we'll do a predict and win on Saturday.
Oh, probably. Okay, the Copa America, the semi-final was played yesterday this morning 1 a.m. Uruguay versus Colombia. Colombia winning that game 1 goal
Straight
to
up.
nil.
Straight
One
up.
goal to nil. Now it's Argentina versus Colombia for the final. It's on Sunday, but they're going to play on Sunday morning 1 a.m. That game will be played on 1 a.m. on Sunday morning. Now, no, so your
You know,
I didn't work in
no. Yesterday I said
Patiently
it.
for
You
this
don't-
premium tier, like
No,
premium.
No,
It's not
so
yes, man.
let me ask you. You are the kind of ginger you came yesterday. You are
Yes.
like, there's no way Uruguay will not be in the finals. Like you are very sure.
I said something before that. I said something that same yesterday. I said I am scared of the Colombian attack, but I'm not scared of the midfield. If you notice, I said it about Colombian attack yesterday. I said I'm scared of the Colombian attack. If they can handle that attack very well, then I don't have a problem with them. And Colombia has been scoring 3 goals, 4 goals. Why are they not scoring just 1 goal?
It's the semi-final. What
the
They
defense.
have scored
It's not
more
a
now. If
defense
it was
for-
that
crying
easy,
out loud,
they
it's
were
not
the
a
same.
defense.
They were the same team that played 5-0 in the quarterfinals. Since it's not as
Irrespective.
they hit somebody 5-0. Before them, it was 3-0. In the group stages, they were the highest goal scorers. They are running away with the goals in this tournament so far. James Rodriguez and the rest of them. Now, yesterday, I saw a different type of game, or perhaps earlier this morning, I saw a different type of game, and I'm like, this man changed the tactics of the game a little. Now, we know these midfielders are always pro-aggressive, but they were still too deep yesterday. Ugarte and Valverde was still too deep. Now, I don't know if I should call him the welcome back. If I welcome back the spirit of missing chances, came back to hit Darwin yesterday. The chances he missed yesterday could have gotten them into the finals.
And you know that Colombia got a red card just
After
the first half.
after the first
So they
half,
played the whole 45 minutes.
One
with
man
10 men.
down. Yes.
so that's what I'm saying. After the first half, they got the early goal. They created. I think Uruguay then was sitting deep, and so then they came back to play the game, and Darwin was missing chances, man. How would they create so many chances for you as a striker, and you will miss
John
those
is
chances?
ready to go.
John is
just
ready to go.
I'm waiting for
I know he's just happy about it, but I got most of my positions wrong, and I got many of them
You
right.
got all of them wrong.
No, not all. I got many of them.
Man,
I
come on, own it up.
got 40% or
Hold
30%.
it up, man.
I got 30% of my predictions correct now in this tournament so far. But the Copa America, I've gotten 70% correct until yesterday.
Okay, John. Okay, what do you think about that game, John?
You know, for you to sit here and tell me that Colombia is scoring 5, scoring this, why only one against that one is more than enough to knock Uruguay out. What about Uruguay? Uruguay scored 3-0 a couple of games ago. They've been scoring for fun.
They've
What
not been
happened-
scoring for
what
fun. It's
happened
just
to-
1-0,
what happened to the
2-0.
free flowing?
It was in the
Come
group
on.
stage. It was in the
Hey,
last match of the group stage.
You see?
Last match of the group stage,
You
they
see?
scored 4 goals.
That's
and
why
3
my
goals.
Igbo brothers will say Wanementuare. This is not what you are saying. You are hyping them up that
No,
they are
man,
going
I've
to knock
got the
out
hype.
Brazil.
See,
They are going to knock
and they
out
did.
this gun.
And they did
are
knock
going
out Brazil.
to do XYZ. They are going to do XYZ.
I said they were knocked out
At the
Brazil,
end
and they
of
knocked
the
out
day-
Brazil.
Guys.
At the end of the day, they've met their match. For real. Can you imagine that for almost 80 minutes, these guys were sitting? I'm like, guys, Is it not you that knocked out Brazil? Are you not the one that, played 3-0? Darwin was scoring as if he had been rejuvenated or baptized with mantle of Suarez. But we didn't see him yesterday. He was totally
We saw
missing in
him
action.
missing in MIA.
Missing in action for crying out loud.
He couldn't stand up like Kylian.
So kudos to the Colombian team. Kudos to this man that, Europe will forever miss, James Rodriguez. Fantastic assist, if you ask me. Kudos to the team. Lerma, who got in on the goal, kudos to him as well. They are straight now, straight. Going into the finals. It's going to be fantastic to see how that is going to pan out. But, Uruguay can now quietly just go and, have a rest, a well-deserved rest somewhere.
If there'll be a game for third place, then they'll come. but see, like I said, they laugh. It pain me.
The guy that was saying they are going to win it, that now he has a favorite, that they are going to beat Argentina. Okay, now. Filing for third place.
Man.
I know he paying you.
He go pay me, man. He pay me. I no go lie. Because this game, you see these players, see champions everywhere. Everywhere on that pitch, we're champions. We have Pelistri from the right. We have Darwin to be champion.
Come on.
No be champion. Then we have Valverde. Valverde no be champion. Manuel Ugarte no be champion. Then Gimenez from Atletico Madrid. He's a champion already. The defender. These players are champions in their own right. Why would they be losing? Why would they just come and even after Colombia got the red card, I was expecting all the players to come beyond the line and play a pro-aggressive football. But they didn't. It was just three people up front in the Colombian half. Darwin Núñez and Pelistri and maybe Valverde forcing the attack and creating chances. And this man was just busy missing most of those chances. He missed about 70% of the chances they were creating for. Played them off target. In this competition now, in this particular game, I felt like even if he's old, he should have started.
Okay.
Luis Suarez.
Okay. No, you can't start him. Everybody know you can't start him.
Even at this is a game where you start or bring him in when you need goals.
They brought him at 64 minutes.
You bring him in about 75 minutes. He's late. Bring him in 45. After the first half whistle has gone, bring in Suarez. Play a two-man striker. The guy from the left wing forward was not doing anything in that game. They were forcing most of the attack from the right wing forward.
But then you can't even blame them because the midfield was oversaturated. If you look at the way Colombian set up, and again I keep saying it, I will still come back to it again, because the role of a number 10 in any side in Europe is dying, and this guy just made a stellar case for that. I'm talking about James Rodriguez. You can't undermine that impact. Look, the guy up forward for them is not scoring or didn't score yesterday. Let me not clip his wings or whatever, okay? He didn't score yesterday, but
A defensive midfielder, Lerma.
yeah,
Came
was
in to
not that
score.
got in on goal. So kudos to them. Somebody bailed it out yesterday. Them to go through to the finals.
So it's Argentina versus
Yeah.
for this final, and it's going to be a tough game because Argentina played. Nigeria is number one team in the whole world, and they're going to play this Colombia team that they are workhorse. I like the Copa America because the way they fight for the ball,
Yeah.
it's like a war. Everybody will die here because if you see how Colombia were defending that game, I was awake watching that match. Is it fight? Now fight, now come here and fight. They didn't even give.
Just look at the red cards. Over 22 fouls. Look at the yellow cards. Look at all that. You know that it was a physical game. It was hard fought.
Okay, guys. The Copa America's final is Argentina versus Colombia. It's going to happen on Sunday morning, 1 a.m. Try and stay awake and watch it. It's going to be a fantastic game. If you stay awake and watch it,
the timing is just wrong, man.
Because the GOAT is going to be playing. Come on.
A GOAT is going to be playing.
The GOAT is going to be playing.
Okay, let's not go.
A GOAT is going to be playing.
On this show, we just talk about Ronaldo.
One of the greatest of all time. He's not
the GOAT.
He's one of them. There's a list. There's a long list of greatest players of all time.
You can't have a long list of greatest players of all time.
You have a long list of them.
In basketball, you don't have a laundry list of greatest players of all time. You have the GOAT himself.
You have top 5. You have top 5 because people broke his record.
There's no top 5.
You have MJ, you have Kobe, you have LeBron, you have the Magic himself. From my age grade, the people I saw play, you have the Magic, you have I won't put Shaq on that. I won't put Shaq on that list. You have plenty of them. So you have Magic and the other guy. Why would you call MJ?
MJ is
Gabriel.
the GOAT, no
Okay,
matter
I
what
just
you
mentioned
say.
five.
Come on, guys.
No
you're not-
matter what
I
you
just
say,
mentioned five.
he's the
Yeah.
man sitting in at number 1.
I
and
just
that's what
mentioned
it is.
five. Now,
And in football,
we have
Ronaldo is sitting
we
in
have
at number
Pele.
3. Simple.
In football, we have Pele, Maradona, Ronaldo, Messi, and Zlatan. Possibly,
I
if he's
totally
there,
disagree.
if he's not there, we have the likes of maybe a Xavi Iniesta.
Totally disagree.
Okay,
bro.
guys, let's move on to transfer because Sunday is going to be hot. Sunday is going to be hot. It's the Euros tournament final by 8 a.m. By 8 p.m. Then is the Copa America finals by 1 a.m. in the morning. Let's talk a bit of transfer before we leave the studio. Now, they're almost through. Paulinha to Bayern Munich they're almost through. They are almost the last stage of the. We'll be talking about this particular transfer, and because they have not concluded it for a while, I don't know the reason why, but he is set to finish. He's set to now.
The thing is, all documents have been signed. He's completed his medicals. It's just the announcement. Everything. See, he's now an official player of Bayern Munich. Let's not jinx it. They're just waiting for an official announcement. Maybe when they will say they unveil him, give him his shirt number and all of that. But what is the number is going to be taken in the Bayern Munich side? And I think it's not Kimmich's number.
It's not Kimmich's number.
No, it's not, because he won't be taking the number 4, number 5 just away from Kimmich. So
I think he has to have something. If not number 4 or 5, maybe 8. But for me, I'm just happy the deal is done now. He can move away from that Fulham saga and everything. Thank goodness that he's in now, and then he can look forward to silverware in the coming season and all of that.
That's as I say, talking with the Bologna for the defender to conclude that deal next week. They are still asking for 50 million plus. I don't know if Arsenal should want to pay it or not, but I think it's a good defender. But the issue there, Arsenal had to move a defender, maybe give you for them to allow. But do you think all of them can fit in? Because he is a left-footed player, Kivio is a left-footed player.
For me, and this is just kind of like my ethos in football or management or whatever. You have to have good players in that side that can come in and do the job if one piece is out of that game. So you have your Saliba, you have your Magalhaes, and you have to bring in somebody like a Calafiori in there. So any other person outside of these top 3, you can now bring in. Having Kivio, fine, let Kivio stay, but bring this guy. He doesn't have the finance to bring him in. And having 4 of them in the side is a better Arsenal side, having big back players who are not of the same grade.
Now, so if they bring Calafiori in, they have 3-footed centre half. 3
right-footed.
No,
3 right-footed centre halves, because Calafiori is right-footed. So who is going to be in the left wing position of
Kivio is there.
So you need to bring somebody in else that would be in that position to replace a left-footed defender. See, one thing, I like the mix now. This mix is becoming a problem because every coach notices that you need to have one right-footed player and one, so that when you drive, you know that you are driving with your strong foot. It's not every time you are trying to make the switch to see the legs you pass the ball with, and after that you're missing the ball. If you're going to be on your strong foot all game, you need to play the best comparing. One left footer and one right footer.
Everybody knows that Saliba and Gabriel is going to be starting. Any other person can fight for their position. Now, another news coming from Nigeria is Wilfred Ndidi is signing a new contract with Leicester City. Now, I don't know I don't think he should stay. John, do you think he should be looking for other clubs?
Of course.
Leicester is playing in Premier League. He has a chance to play in the Premier League again. But for me, for his kind of player, I think he should be looking for bigger clubs.
If you ask me, he should be looking for a big move away from Leicester City. He's done the noble thing, went down with them, they've come back and all that. But please, for crying out loud, man, you need to make that move. And what's his name now has left? Enzo has left. You have a new guy coming in, and you don't know how it's that thing where you.
No matter who comes in, he starts. He's guaranteed that number 4 position, that defensive midfield position. Anytime, any day.
You are saying this now, but we've seen it happen in the Premier League time and time again.
Anytime,
so for me, I think
day.
it's the right time for him to move.
You know why I say this? His window of leaving has left him, because
I disagree.
at some point when Ole Gunnar, I think it was the 2019 transfer window, 2019 summer, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer went to him directly and said, "I want you to play for the Man United side," and he said, "No, I love where I am." Now that mentality tells you the whole story. He loves where he is. He wants to be crowned the champion. He is a god at Leicester. Why go to a place where you be a prince or a slave? He's a god at Leicester. They would see the Leicester fan will forever be grateful to him for being a defensive midfielder, for bringing them back. It's just like
but then let's not forget that this is football.
And the rest
nothing
of them
lasts forever too.
See, even if he leaves or retires at Leicester now, he will be a club legend. How many Nigerians do you say are club legends wherever they go?
Well, being a club legend at Leicester, I don't even think that.
How many Nigerians are club legends now? That's the mentality now. It's a problem for you to believe as club legend, Nigerian club legend. What you want to do? They pay.
But it's true.
You know, as a typical Nigerian club legend, they pay. But you know what it means that when you come and say, I give my heart to this club. Whenever the fans
how many players can say that in Europe? How many players can say that? And why should Ndidi be one of them?
The class of 92 can say that.
How many players
Mark
can
Noble
say that?
can say that. He can hit himself. Mark Noble had the opportunity to go to Man City, just like Frank Lampard did in a very young age. He had the opportunity to go to Man City. He had the opportunity to move sides to Tottenham Hotspur, to the other side of London. He didn't. Now where is he at West
Who
Ham?
knows Mark Noble?
You don't know him does not mean other people don't know him. Where is he at London now? He is the director. He's one of the he's the technical director at West Ham United.
Okay, finally, guys, let's not go into that. Finally, guys, Coutinho has completed his loan move back to Brazil. He's going to play 1 year at Vasco da Gama. So that I don't know where that name came from, but he is still going to be playing there for 1 more season. It's a good move for him. He needs to play. Just play. I don't think he's looking for money again. He's gotten money and all the things that he needs to take his family to 100 days. I don't know how much he's made, but I know he has made a whole lot of money. Okay, guys, this is how we are going to wrapping up today's show on Vote Sports. Thank you for all joining us. Thank you for all the callers that called in. Thank you for all. Had a whole lot of comments on our YouTube channel. Okay, let me read a few of our comments before I go. Emmanuel Okitibi is saying Olivier Giroud once played as French top striker in a tournament and didn't score a goal, but his all-round contribution was unique. Kane will always start. He's talking about Kane. And West is saying nobody's talking about Shaw's impact when he came in. Yes, you didn't talk about Shaw actually changed that game. I think he should be playing in the finals. Okay, Okitibi is saying Palmer will still be a sub no matter what. Who is he going to play ahead of? Wealth say Ewu is going to be playing. Oh, he's talking about the GOAT. Messi is going to be playing. Okay, Wealth is saying, John, please relax. There are legends and one of the GOATs. Ronaldo is a legend and Messi is among the GOATs.
Bro.
Okay,
he's among the GOATs.
Messi is GOATs.
That is not me. He's talking to you. Okay. Among the GOATs.
Emmanuel is also saying at Nonso, no one is guaranteed a starting place with the new manager till they come. He's talking about Ndidi.
That's the truth.
He's talking about Ndidi. Okay, well said. I know Mark Noble, John. Okay, I know Mark Noble. He says who doesn't
club
know
legend.
He knows Mark Noble. When he's also saying Atema, he will start. Okay, guys, this is how we're going to be wrapping up the show. Thank you for all your comments on our YouTube. Remember, guys, we are live every day on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Join us there. Drop your comments. We'll be reading it live here, or you can also call us in the studio. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you. My name is Godwin, and after now, by 9 a.m., we have is Vote News at 9. Right after that, it's High Voltage. Stay tuned and have a lovely day.
To Vote 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage.
Take a break and enjoy the show.
Sports.
Alex Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side. The delivery comes in. Oh, it's a goal! It's a goal!
Entertainment. News and politics.
Enugu State Governor has sentenced the electricity bill.
Gospel.
And let them have dominion. The kingdom of God is within people.
Odenibo.
Awesome promos exclusively on
Vote 104.3 FM.